Good evening, YouTube. Hope everybody had a great Sunday. We are here with the president of GG4G. He's going to tell us a little bit about the group, and then we're going to do a couple more questions.
Well, good evening, YouTube. My name is Joe Queen, and I am the president, co-founder of the Geeky Guys and Gals for God. We are a men and women's, we are a nonprofit organization that originated about 8 years ago through the church at Rancho Bernardo. Initially, we were a men's ministry, and then we kind of progressed to a men's and women's ministry. And then at the end of last year, we became a nonprofit organization. We have been trying to put the love of Jesus in pop culture settings, Comic-Cons, movie theaters, churches, a few school events through the years, things like that. We have a strong presence with cosplay. As you see, got some costume stuff building around me here in my little workshop. We also have a lot of gamers, primarily in our branch in Orange County. So there are two branches. One is in San Diego and one is in Anaheim. We usually do some type of event a month. We try to focus on service, fellowship, and study the word of Jesus. Once a month, we have a Bible study. It's the second Thursday of the month at the church at Rancho Bernardo at 7 p.m. And the Bible study is generally, pretty much every time is on a subject out of a book called The Faith and Fandom. It is, it's written by a pastor who takes pop culture themes and ties it into connects it with the Bible, a character in the Bible, connecting Batman with a certain character in the Bible, things like that. We run that. We usually have a lot of fun at those meetings. We usually have a quiz for prizes, and we have swag giveaways, and we talk nerd shop. We talk about the upcoming stuff, like when Clone Wars is coming out, or Wonder Woman, the new movie, or the new Star Wars, or whatever. We're constantly talking about that kind of stuff too, with Jesus as the center point. We also do a couple service projects every month, which is a huge part of our ministry. The first Saturday, we do characters, and we also do a kids table at the Ronald McDonald House. We partner with another ministry within the church at Rancho Bernardo who does the meal. We've had originally we were going to do it quarterly, and we've done it monthly because it's been such a blessing for us and the families that we've interacted with. We've done a lot of things. We've prayed with families in costume. I've prayed a few times in my Star-Lord or Stormtrooper costume, and we're kind of in a unique niche as far as cosplayers. All the cosplay clubs are great. They do a lot of great organizational things for kids and sick people and things like that. And I just feel like our group gives a little different flavor because we're a Christian group and we make that open. In addition to that service project, we also have done a monthly food drive at the church at Rancho Bernardo, which has gone kind of quarterly now, focusing on certain times of the year that it's needed for the local school that Josh, what's the name of that school? It just escaping me. It's a alternative high school that needs funding and things. The Braxis High School. So food drive's gonna go for that and for other special need areas around Thanksgiving and things like that. We're always looking for new opportunities. We're looking for, we've done a trunk or treat before, but we really would like to get involved with some kind of trunk or treat or a thing around the Halloween holiday. Basically just put a smile on people's faces. We're not an in-your-face Christian group. We want to show the love of Jesus through ways that we're passionate about. We care about the people that like the same things we like, Star Wars and Batman and all the stuff that goes with that, and Firefly and all that kind of stuff. and we can talk shop with them. And if they have questions about our group and about Jesus, then we're comfortable talking about that, but we're also comfortable talking about all those other things. We participate in, I believe we participate in 4 cons a year right now. So with COVID-19, we're not doing as much of that stuff, but hopefully when this is all over with, we'll get back into what we were doing there. We had a fan table at WonderCon last year, which is in Anaheim. It's like a baby Comic-Con run by the same organization that does San Diego Comic-Con. We had a fan table last year, and we were planning to have a fan table this year. Unfortunately, it was canceled because of the pandemic. So we're planning to be back next year, better than ever. We had a lot of cool ideas for it. We participate in what we call cosplay bingo, and we have prizes for that. And a lot of families really enjoyed the cosplay bingo that we did. We also do participate in a couple panels at Comic-Con with the Christian Comic Art Society. We participate in what's called the Christian Mixer on Friday night, and the Sunday morning open meeting for the Christian Comic Art Society, which a lot of times there's a message. Sometimes there's music beforehand, and we've been ushers for that and things like that. I've served on panels for that. It's a lot of fun. It's a good place to just get to hang out with other Christians at the con, because we know you're there, but we're not all wearing a Jesus Saves the World t-shirts at Comic-Con. Nothing wrong with that. It's just that we just don't know who's a Christian and who's not. And so those panels are a good place to connect with people and talk about what we're doing. Sometimes we run into people that are doing something similar in another place or interested in something similar. So we can always be, things that have worked and things that haven't worked with us. We've had a pretty successful formula over the past 5 years or so. We also participate in the Alpha Omega Con, which is a small Christian con, which is up past around La Mirada, California, in that LA area. That's another place. It's a small venue, but it's a great place for you to interact with your Christian con friends and talk about the things that are coming up. And then last year we participated in WhedonCon, and we're hoping to do that again. And WhedonCon is basically a convention that focuses on everything Joss Whedon created. Firefly, kind of the primary thing involved with that. We had a panel last year, and it was the first time we were invited to a non-Christian con and have a Christian panel. We've had panels where we've talked about cosplay and things like that, but this was specifically talk about our group at a non-Christian con. And although the audience was small, we had really good interactions with the people that had showed up, and it was a blessing to be there. And we're hoping to be able to do that again this year in October, because I think they rescheduled it. It's going to be closer to June or something like that. We've applied for table celebration and some panels at Star Wars Celebration. That is kind of up in the air because we don't know if we were accepted, but also with the pandemic, we don't know if it's going to move forward or not. That's in Anaheim in late August. We're at San Diego Comic-Con every year on a Saturday afternoon. 1,000 water bottle outreach. We ice up 1,000 water bottles and we hand them out in the blazing sun of San Diego to con goers. And it's just, no strings attached water, just a kind of a message to let them know Jesus loves them. We let them know we're a Christian group, but we're not there to pray with them or anything. We're open to it if someone ever asks, but we're just kind of just being the hands and feet of Jesus in the pop culture community. There's other things that go on outside with Christians that spew negativity, and we just don't want to get involved with that. We want to be positive because we believe if Jesus were alive today, he'd be at Comic-Con, because that's where people need him. People, he'd be hanging out in places that he's needed, and I believe that Comic-Con is one of those places. Movie theater, we do maybe 6 to 8 movies a year. Generally the big blockbusters, Star Wars, Marvel. We usually have a vote on what actually do for the year, and those are the movies we'll go to. And sometimes we add a new one. Last year we did a one at the park, was Goonies. That was pretty cool. We're looking to do more of that once this whole pandemic's behind us. The park, pretty awesome. It was a lot of fun. Dusk and seeing a classic movie on an inflatable screen. That was cool. What else?
So, with May the 4th being tomorrow, I was just wondering, do you guys have any plans? Are you guys volunteering anywhere? Are there any opportunities for other people?
So with the pandemic, our hands have been kind of tied with a lot of things. So we've been brainstorming. One thing I should mention is right now we are doing a weekly video Zoom meeting, and that's on Thursday nights at 7. If you're interested, you can send us a Facebook message and we can get you the code for that. It's also been posted on our Facebook page, so if you scroll down, you'll find it. We have one Bible verse and a little bit of chat about that, but primarily just checking with everybody, make sure everyone's doing okay. Also, what's everybody streaming? What's everybody up to? Well, this thing's going on and we're all stuck at home. So the Bible study is on Batman Begins. So each week is a quote from Batman Begins and a Bible verse connected to that. And we have about 4 weeks left of that, I think. And then we're going to re-examine what we're going to do after that, depending on how the pandemic goes. But as for May the 4th, we've got a couple of things that we wanted to do. So the first one is from noon to 3 tomorrow. We're gonna go to the Rock Church, I think the Point Loma branch, and we're signing up to repair the masks for first responders and others to wear. So basically what the situation with that is, there was a stockpile of brand new masks that there's nothing wrong with them, but the elastic has been eroded or deteriorated or is broken. So basically the job is to go in there for 3 hours and repair the masks with new elastic, social distancing thing all in place, and wear masks and things like that. Some of us are going to be in costume tomorrow. Some of us are going to be, Star Wars gear. So that's event 1. Event 2 is at 5 o'clock tomorrow night at the corner of Pomerado and Twin Peaks here in Poway. We're gonna hold signs up at the 4 corners, social distancing, of course, Star Wars gear, costumes, holding signs thanking first responders, thanking essential workers, encouraging people to wear masks, wishing people May the 4th be with you, just something just positive, give a smile to people. That's number 2. There's one that some of us are going to do throughout the day, which is kind of on your own opportunity. It's donating blood. The Comic-Con Museum is sponsoring the first annual May the 4th blood drive. And there are 4 locations. If you Google it, you'll find it. There are 4 locations. If you go, you actually get a special pin if you donate blood tomorrow. And so some of us are going to try to get that done as well. And we encourage everyone, if you're doing that and you hear about it through us, take a selfie while you're there, or of your button or something, and post it on our Facebook page. And, that'll be awesome. The last thing we're going to do is tonight, as most of you know, after 12, there's going to be a lot of Star Wars content on Disney Plus, and one of those is the finale of Clone Wars. Clone Wars is a huge part of my family's life. My son grew up watching Clone Wars from when he was 8 years old, and we love Ahsoka Tano and Captain Rex and the whole crew, and what Dave Filoni did for that show, and George Lucas. It's amazing. And so it's final chapter. I got goosebumps just thinking about it because I'm excited. But we're going to do a lot of the diehards are probably going to watch it at 12:01, 12:15 in the morning, tomorrow morning. But what we're going to do is we're going to do a group watch at 8 p.m. on our Facebook page. so we can all kind of watch it together. We're going to look into doing some more of that type of stuff as the weeks go on. One of the things that I've been throwing around in my head, and I haven't proposed to anybody yet, but I'll say it here first, is that the 40th anniversary of back is this month. And so I think we'll probably do something very similar for that on, I think it's May 17th. So on that day, I think we're going to do an Empire Strikes Back Facebook viewing together, because I think that would be awesome.
My favorite.
So that's coming soon. So that was all four opportunities tomorrow. And we're looking to do some more stuff down the road. We're going to see how the sign thing goes. And if it goes well, we might do some more of that with like Marvel characters or DC characters and things like that. And we're going to have signs that I'm working on signs right now. And the one I have here, the paint's still kind of wet, but I'm working on Ahsoka. So I got to put a message to it, but I painted Ahsoka. We got one with Baby Yoda. We got one with Men. We got, it's kind of one shape the Millennium Falcon. Just encouraging all those people, all the people that have to go to work and have to be there is this is a trying time for us, and we have to stay together. We have to be safe, and it's been frustrating, I think, for everybody to be at home as much as they have, not getting to hug your buddies and not getting to hang out at the movie theater or do your service projects. Like, we missed the Ronald McDonald House. We missed going to see Black Widow this last weekend. Free Comic Book Day was Saturday. There are a lot of things that we like to do as a group, and we just haven't been able to do so. We generally we were planning to have a Star Wars party around this time this year, and it just, we're going to have to wait till later in the year when everything starts opening up so we can actually get back better and stronger.
Thank you so much for your time.
Of course.
All right.
See you, Josh.
I'll put all the links to everything for tomorrow. And if you want to get in touch with the Geeky Guys, that will also be in there. Thanks again, Joe.
All right, Josh. So we meet again.